Hello everybody and welcome to another SC2 cast by Imperator Z. And we've reached the other end of the scale by now. From bronze we've made our way all the way up to masters, and we have a game between DuckloadRa, also known as mTwDeMusliM, and mTwDeMusliM. Two of the best players in the world, pretty much. In particular, I'm a fan of mTwDeMusliM because of his creative play, like everybody else. Sweet, awesome guy, even though I've never even met him. I can say that, because everybody else does. And again, SC2replay.com seems to have the oldest replays in the world. There is no timer, the overlay is not gonna align, and we have mTwDeMusliM figuring out that DuckloadRa is in fact mTwDeMusliM, one of his alternates. He's been found out very quickly. And we have the game going, folks. As you can see from these masterful players, worker production is not gonna stop anytime soon, unless there's an actual timing attack that requires it, like a 4-gate. This is probably very early in the lifetime of StarCraft 2. I mean, who still plays on this map? I don't think people still play on this. As far as I can tell, it's got too many open spaces, and Zerg would be very, very powerful on this map every single time. I mean, do you call this a choke point? I mean, there is a ramp, but seriously, everything else is fair game for Zergling run-bys. In production we see a gas coming up for mTwDeMusliM at 16 supply, 15 supply probably more like. Pretty much same timing for the Muslim, though he was a bit earlier. And still workers are being produced. Workers are being made. mTwDeMuslim's chrono boosting on his Nexus. I'm actually a bit worried. I wonder why he's chrono boosting and yet still has less workers. Well, now the chrono boost finally has come through. It has hit. And the orbital command is coming up for the Muslim, which is gonna even up the score a bit. Terrans should always be a bit behind in workers because they do have mules, and the mules count for, I think, about 3 to 6, somewhere between 3 and 6 SCVs anyway. Plus they are free, so I guess they're a bit better than that. We have concussive shells coming up for the Muslim. Extremely good upgrade, just cost you I think 50 gas and 50 minerals. And against Protoss, it's kind of the bane of their existence really, so I would wonder what mTwDeMusliM is going to do about that. We have the warp gate coming up in 140 seconds. I think that's after the nerf. After the timing nerf, it used to come before that. Sorry about that. And it's been chrono boosted by mTwDeMusliM. And a proxy Stargate. Ooh my, ooh my. It appears we are gonna see void rays out of those double assimilators. And let's see if the Muslim is gonna be prepared. He needs marines. And he's making marauders with concussive shells. So now the marines are coming. They're guarding the entrance. And a scouting reaper enters mTwDeMuslim's base. The stalker tried to pick it off, but it didn't manage. And he can see. He didn't see much. Didn't see the proxy stuff. In fact, he's probably a bit suspicious by now. God, is this guy fast? 150 APM, though that's before the APM nerf. Very fast player, the Muslim. mTwDeMusliM a bit behind. Doesn't need to multitask that much right now, so that's to be expected. We have the void ray coming up. My assumption was correct. And worker production has stopped for mTwDeMusliM. This is gonna be a timing attack. He's cutting probes so that he can use all his resources to provide, attacking units. this is actually quite interesting. He's attacking his own Stargate, so the Void Ray can charge up and be ridiculously powerful against anything the Terran can throw at him. These Stalkers can actually hit the refineries, which is silly. I guess it's one of the reasons why this map is no longer in the map pool. And he sees that he does damage and he can start macroing up again. He's building more probes while the Muslim has to cut stuff because he needs all his money to defend this. Not gonna call it a rush though. Well, nah, it's a Void Ray rush. Let's not kid ourselves. Early Void Rays, very strong if done correctly, and mTwDeMusliM is definitely doing things correctly right now. The concussive shell marauders, not all that good against zealots, but they're doing their thing. And in that engagement, mTwDeMusliM has lost a lot. But I would say the Muslim, who had to sacrifice his CV production and probably lost a few workers. I'm not sure if there's a worker kill count in this version of the game. I guess there's not. Just 16 units lost, and I don't think all of them were attack units. So mTwDeMusliM is now ahead despite having lost a lot more in this engagement, because he could economically damage and sort of macro up behind it all. Now he's probably gonna be coming up with an expansion. In the meanwhile, more of this kind of mean attack coming from behind, destroying refineries and keeping the Terran player, the Muslim, from actually doing all that much, like building Vikings or so, because all that stuff requires gas, and this must be infuriating right now. Still, mTwDeMusliM, he's not macroing up. Sorry, he is obviously macroing, sort of, but he has this Twilight Council out, but he's not building another base, so I have to keep looking, because something has to be up somewhere. He's just continuing with this Void Ray thing, because for him it's obviously working. He does not want these refineries up, and by God, they are gonna die. The Muslim knows about the proxy stuff by now, but he's a bit too afraid to run his guys all the way around, because somehow mTwDeMusliM will be able to get things into the base. It might be a pylon here he could build, or he could blink the Stalkers once he actually researches that. So the Muslim can't afford to go out and just kill this. Instead he has to wait to make the medivacs, and even then it's dangerous because the medivacs can be shot down by those Stalkers and Void Rays, so he's in a bit of a bind. He's in a lot of a bind, really, especially with the Dark Shrine that's coming up. I was looking for it before, but I haven't found it. Where is the Dark Shrine? Here's the Dark Shrine. Takes forever to build, but it just finished right now, so we are gonna see Dark Templars. Dark Templars are what we're gonna see. mTwDeMusliM quite ahead in worker count. A lot more harvesters. His macro has slipped a bit with all that Void Ray micro that was necessary to do these attacks and expand and everything behind that. If you hear anything, that's my cat scratching the sofa. Don't do that. Mushu, bad cat. Very bad cat. Maybe I can get him to talk to you. Maybe I can get him to talk. Hello, Mushu? Brr? Can you hear him? He's purring. I'm actually holding him up like a piece of meat and he's purring. Now, huh? You go get some food, dude. You go get some food. Food is free in our house. We have a drop in mTwDeMuslim's main base, and he's been completely unprepared for it. All his probes have to do the big exodus. They have to go over the river. What was it called? Or was it the ocean? Not all that brushed up on my Bible here. My Bible knowledge. And the Void Ray rush failed. I think mTwDeMusliM overcommitted to it. He lost way too many Void Rays. He lost so many resources. In the beginning it did put him in a good position, but the Muslim remained calm and He just took it and killed what he could. And in the end, he really just lost some refineries and could still build them up again. They're quite cheap, and they're definitely cheaper than Void Rays, and Void Rays have been lost. DuckloadRa has lost this, and usually I don't like to see Terrans win, but this victory was definitely deserved. So that's been it for my master level analysis, which is not quite at master level, so I'll usually be focusing on lower level games, especially if you send them in to me at sadreplays.gmail.com. I am always starving for content, and I would be delighted if you sent me in some replays I could cast, because that would usually mean that you're gonna watch the videos, and I want as many views as possible. I'm just like, what's the socially acceptable word? I'm a prostitute for it, really. I just get off on people watching my videos. It always makes my day. So I hope you send in your videos, your replays, and thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel and whatever it is that you can do that are nice things on YouTube. And I'll leave you with another bolt of lightning that's actually moving even though the game's paused. Blizzard, oh Blizzard, the things you come up with. Time has paused, yet this lightning bolt is moving. The mysteries of the Protoss race. They are always deeper than any Terran could understand. This is Imperator Z signing off. Z, 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 z. Guess this is Schrödinger's lightning bolt. It's in multiple places at once, and this is the only way that the game can sort of display that. It's like quantum physics explained with StarCraft. This game is so deep. So deep. Sometimes I just want to open my pants and plunge my